just going to get right into this. That's the scene here on Main Street at 8:22 in the morning on this November 15th. It's a Friday morning. We're doing multiple events for you today because Disney went ahead and scheduled Tiana's opening day for the same day of the opening of Christmas. They didn't check with me. This is also the day I shoot construction. So Disney, they need to get on my timetable. This is for Tiana's. That's what I'm talking about right now. We're here for the opening day of Tiana's Bayou Adventure, and it has already been more than I was expecting. You know what? Let's make our way back to New Orleans Square or back to Bayou Country as of today. It's officially Bayou Country today. Let's go to Bayou Country and set this scene. Look at the opening crowd for Jolly Holiday, by the way, at 8:23 in the morning. Wow. Everything is going to be extra today. Everything. Morning. No, the music.
Is that new? What is that?
I feel like, no, I don't know. Do they do music in New Orleans, Christmas music in New Orleans? Morning. Love it. And that is Tiana's Bayou Adventure at 8:33 in the morning. Just sort of arrived, and we happen to see that's Trita Carter right there in frame. She's enjoying guests passing by and watching reactions this morning. She is the lead Imagineer for Tiana's, and I would imagine for a lot of what they're doing in Bayou Country as well. So she's here just like we are to catch the moment, to catch the scene here on the proper opening day of Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Okay, so we're gonna head down into Bayou Country proper to get to the main entrance and then let you guys know how our morning has gone so far. It has been a whirlwind. As of 6:59 a.m. this morning, it has been a very interesting sort of schedule of events that have been happening here on this morning. I guess we'll start by starting here at the entrance. It's 8:44 now in the morning, and it has not launched. Tiana's has not opened. They're supposed to open at 8 a.m. Supposed to rope drop this thing. They have not yet opened. For what reason, I'm not sure, but people are starting to form sort of an unofficial line. Just FYI, by the way, I'll point this out. There is no queue. It's a virtual queue, so there is no standby queue. Even though there's a general sort of line being formed here, it's not official. The cast won't recognize it as a queue. They'll just let you in. If you walk up, they'll let you in. So don't worry about having to get into this big, because it's going to grow. This thing is going to grow because people want to get on this attraction right now. So I guess we'll start this story. We were up obviously at 7 a.m. to get the virtual queue. And it was prior to today, the virtual queue had not been very competitive, the one for Magic Key Previews. But this morning, absolutely, it is very, very competitive. I clicked at 7 a.m. just like the rest of you did. I did not. It was gone, and you miss, you're gone, you're done. So we're gonna have to try for the noon distribution. There's gonna be another one at 4 p.m. also, which is different. Hopefully you guys seen this on our newsletter or on social media, that they have added a third iteration. There's a 7 a.m., noon, and 4 p.m. So we're gonna have 2 more tries via virtual queue to get in here this morning. By the way, it is now 9 a.m. and they still have not opened. So kind of a rough start for Tiana's. And this is after having gone, we've done a month or more of previews for Magic Keys and Cast, and they've been running this thing. So I was kind of hoping that they would have a smoother opening day here on this November 15th this morning, but yeah, we're struggling to get this thing launched. I will say also, by the way, that if you have a virtual queue and your group was in that whatever time frame, if it would have been called, let's say, at between 8 and 9 a.m. and it's closed when they call you, then you're good pretty much for the rest of the day. You just come back in at any time after that and they'll let you in. Although I don't think that they've called anybody yet, so those of you who have those early groups, the first 10 groups or so, who would have been called in that first hour, they probably haven't called you yet. But if that does happen, just know that if you miss your window, if it breaks down while you're being called or after you've been called, just come back afterwards when it does reopen and you'll be fine. Winnie the Pooh's going to do some brisk business this morning, catching all of this. Hey, good morning. All of the guests missing Tianas Bayou Adventure are going to be heading over to Winnie the Pooh, I'm sure. Okay, so the virtual queue was just part of our opening day drama here this morning because it got even more complicated. There is also Lightning Lane happening this morning. You can also purchase Lightning Lane. I think it was $36 per person this morning. It's at its peak, $36 for Lightning Lane multi-pass today. This show is going to sort of parallel some of our studies we've been doing on Lightning Lane. You can't buy Lightning Lane until you're scanned into the park. It is necessary if you want to get an early time for Tianas. It is necessary that you rope drop. It is necessary that you are here at 7:30 to be able to buy your Lightning Lane when you get through the gate, and then immediately book a Lightning Lane for Tianas if you're trying to get something in the morning. At least right now at the outset in this early hype stage that we're in right now. We got through the gate at 8:08.
It's about
8:08. We were a little bit late because we missed virtual queue this morning. So like, okay, no rush. We'll take our time. We got some coffee and a croissant, and we kind of casually put the. Okay, so this is something that I've never seen at 7 a.m. in the morning, where it was about 7:30, 7:15 when we got here. The Toy Story lot was packed. It took us a while to get through bag check. The scene at the harbor gate, the harbor entrance bag check was intense. Even though it took us 10 minutes at least to get through bag check at Toy Story, it would have taken us double that probably to get through at harbor. But so that put us behind. That put us behind a little bit. At 8:08, I bought Lightning Lane, and we got we got 9 p.m. Our return time was for 9 p.m. And that's about 30. It took 38 minutes because you can get into the gate usually at 7:30, and that's when you can buy it, and that's when you can start booking. It's at 7:30 in the morning. In 38 minutes, they booked all the way to 9 p.m. and it was going fast. It was an hour every 5 or 10 minutes. Yeah. So it was going super quick. Now, this will be an opportunity for us to test, having said all that, to test the modify feature in Lightning Lane, which hopefully I'm showing you now, because we did. As soon as when we got back here, I said, I'm going to go check and see if we can't do better than that 9:05. And sure enough, after just a few minutes of effort, we did get that down to 7:55 p.m. And I'll try again in a little bit as well, just to see if we can do a little better. But I didn't want 9 p.m. because I want to be watching fireworks at that point.
Yes.
I want to be out there on Main Street looking at fireworks instead of being on Tianas Bayou Adventure. Woo! So we did book that down to 7:55, and I'm going to try again a little bit later and show you guys how that can be improved even further. But it didn't take a lot of effort. It looks like it's not going to work at first. Hi guys, good morning.
Good morning.
When you start hitting that refresh button, or you start doing the pull down refresh, it looks like nothing's going to happen. But then all of a sudden you'll see it there. Matter of fact, when I was doing it, I missed one. It said 7:45 and I missed it, and so I had to go back and anyway, give that a shot. It does work. Do the refresh hack, and you'll get a better time. As of this point now, it is
9:05.
9:05. Well, I guess we gotta start doing construction.
I was gonna say, let's just power through doing construction.
We'll start working on construction now because I've got some time to kill. It's too early to start looking at Christmas, and
everything was in our favor so far.
Yeah, we'll check in with you guys a little bit to see how things are going, to see when the attraction reopens, and what the scene is like here at Tianas on this very brisk opening morning. A lot of energy, a lot of excitement.
People crispy.
What's that? Crispy?
I said crispy,
yeah.
but no, brisk is a better word.
Brisk is good. Yeah. It's actually
Logical.
it's kind of beautiful. Actually, it's kind of perfect.
For
the first day of the holiday season. I would rather it be cold.
Ditto.
All right, let's get to work.
Let's do it.
No change here at Tianas Bayou Adventure. Oh, we'd stop by here back at Tianas. It's 10:17. See how things are going. It's not going at all. They have not opened. It's been 2 hours and 17 minutes now. Nothing's been called, and you can no longer book a Lightning Lane either. I'm assuming they sold out. We can't go in and edit it anymore, so we're stuck right now at 7:55. I'm wondering if when they open the attraction up, will they reopen Lightning Lane, or are they just sold out? I don't know how that works. I don't know if you can edit. Can you edit a lightning lane if they're sold out? We're gonna find out. But yeah, so 1017, now 1018, no update here. And now I'm wondering if even the new distribution will be a bit, what if it's not?
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Ay.
Rough start for Tiana. Let's get back into the park. You know, by the way, I should mention, well, you know what, this is a different conversation, isn't it? But Small World was closed also, but that opened up. But I'm not gonna get into that here because this is the Tiana show. We'll put that in the other show. So what we're gonna be looking for here as we tour around the park, we're gonna wait to see boats on the track. I have not heard or seen any boats, not even since 8 a.m. this morning. We've been advised that they actually shut everything down before the park opened. They haven't even finished their morning checklist. So even if we start seeing boats in the water, it's still gonna be a good 30, 40 minutes, I think, before the show gets started for guests. So at 10:23 this morning, I feel like the earliest we're gonna see, the earliest we're gonna see this thing get going here is probably something like noon, if we're lucky, and by then, hopefully, the noon distribution will be up. We're gonna get back to our morning, and then we'll check back here again in a little bit. So by the way, note that Haunted Mansion sold out quickly this morning at the 7 a.m. distribution. Not as quick as Tiana's did, of course, but they are going pretty fast. I think we got like a group 32 at 7 a.m. and they're sold out now. You have to wait for the noon. You'll notice, hi guys, this will be an effect of people trying at 7 a.m. to get the first distribution for Tiana's, and if they miss, they're just going to jump right into the next one, whereas they might not have if they got Tiana's. Well, it's 11:30 now. We're still waiting for Tiana's to open, but we did find or heard of a Tiana situation happening here at the old Starcade. Do you guys remember this was a Starcade? It's now they do these interesting merch shops. This is basically just the same merchandise that you can get at Lewis's Critter Club and Ray's Berets. It's the same merch that we just saw the other day when we did our opening day video. The Ray's, the little lantern, which is great. Lewis plushes. Yeah, this is literally the same merch, which is exciting because I'm really appreciating the fact that they did this at Ray's. Ray's was very generic. It was all generic, actually. There was no Princess and the Frog merch in there at all. We haven't been in there since then, so maybe they've changed it. But then the Lewis's is 100% Princess and the Frog, and they're leaning into it here. I'm wondering why. One of the reasons why they might have wanted to change Splash Mountain to Princess and the Frog.
Your stuff.
Oh, thank you.
So weird too.
Is for that very reason, because you would never see a pop-up store like this for Splash Mountain merch. Never. And here it is. This is the aforementioned madness that I was alluding to back there at Galactic Grill. I can barely walk through here right now. Oh, there it is. That's the sound you want to hear right there. Music's playing. Boats in the water. Oh, look, they're waving. Hi. Hi. There they go. Woo. All right. What is it about Disneyland and and even like opening days like this for attractions where it didn't launch, it failed to launch at 8 a.m., hasn't launched, it took 4 hours to get this thing open, and I don't feel like I've lost any enthusiasm for this event. I've not lost any enthusiasm for the spectacle that is the opening day, and I feel like these guests are they're happy, screaming, and people are like, gosh, I wish it opened, but they're also just ready to go. They're ready to go. Whatever, 4 hours, who cares? Let's do this.
That was rough, like 4 hours or so, but I mean, it's open now.
Oh my God, look at this. Oh my gosh. Hi. So I was expecting to see more people impacting the entrance here, but it's actually kind of light. There are people sort of collecting. Oh, getting these down. But I've been in this queue where it's full. That's actually not bad. That's not. I wonder if they're not calling everybody right away. Oh, we got to go see where the Lightning Lane. What's happening with Lightning Lane now too?
rodeo.
So here's, okay, virtual queue on the left. Obviously, because, hi guys, because this is, the far left queue here. So virtual queue is going in. Hi guys. On the left, you got a little bit. Hi guys, hello. Hi guys. They got just a little bit of lightning lane. What's up? I can't even speak. Hi guys, how are you? Let me back up. Thanks guys. I'm surprised. Hi guys. I can't even. Hi guys. There's no lightning lane. Babe, where's all the lightning lane?
That's a good question.
Why aren't they here?
I don't know. I don't know, Margot.
I would have expected to see a bunch of people lined up for lightning lane right now, but there's maybe a dozen people in the queue right now. That's something. All right, so I'm not sure if we can see this well enough, but I'm gonna try to call the action. You can see the queue running across the murals there. The inside queue against the wall, that's standby. Well, virtual queue. Virtual queue is standby for today. That's stuck. You can see the queue has impacted there, but now there they go. There's guests right there. That's lightning lane that's walking by. So they're moving pretty well. But I'm surprised at how few guests there are actually getting in lightning lane right now. I would have thought that there would be a whole mess of guests. Because it's been, they've all, the 8 a.m., the folks who got those first 8 a.m., unless they bumped them. Maybe they did that, I don't know. Like we did, we stacked ours, but that's it.
Hi.
Here's the guests coming in right now. Very exciting. Very, very exciting. They still haven't finished the trellis. Come on, Disney, get on with it. It's half full. There's another look. This is a better look. I don't know why I didn't think of this before. Lightning lane on the left. Hi guys. Lightning lane on the left, going up the steps. Virtual queue on the right. So that's a pretty brisk movement there. You're going to get a lot of, I'm going to guess 10 to 1 at least on lightning lane, how quickly that's moving. This is going to go slowly tight. Virtual queue. Hi guys. Virtual queue is in trouble today. Oh my gosh. I was coming back here to see some guest reactions, people coming off the attraction, but this is an even bigger story. Look at that. That's Lewis's Critter Club. There's a queue. This takes me back to when Cars Land opened, and they had a queue to get into Sarge's Surplus and Ramones and all that. There's a queue to get into Lewis's Critter Club. Wow. Which now this makes the idea of having that temporary merch location over there in Tomorrowland at the Starcade more valuable, more useful. Although I would much rather buy merch inside Lewis's and just wait in this queue. It wouldn't go, or it shouldn't take very long, but that's incredible. Look at that. The energy here is so good. It's exciting and fun and happy. Everybody coming together to ride Tianas Bayou Adventure. I just love it. Actually, I think I want to go into Ray's here real quick before we go on to our next stop to see if they have changed the merch, which they have not. So yeah, this is completely like generic merchandise here still in Ray's, even though it's a gorgeous gift shop. Absolutely lovely. But the only place you can get the Princess and the Frog merch is over there at Lewis's. The transformation of this space, exactly, this space specifically between New Orleans Square and Critter Country or Bayou Country has been amazing with the reopening. It's changed everything. There's so much traffic out here now, and it's kind of difficult to make your way through there just now, and the energy has been just increased, it's been magnified, exponentially so. It's amazing. I love it. This scene here, by the way, on the Secret Path has changed quite a bit. You actually have a cleaner view. This used to be very full, although I loved it right here, but they've trimmed back a lot of stuff here as well. Look at, there we go. We got some canoes. It's all happening, yeah, yeah! Yeah! Woo! That's so great. By the way, it used to be very difficult to see the boats go past this way, and you never got a view of anything across the bridge right there. You couldn't even see the bridge. This was all 100% tree. This view was impossible before. I kind of like it like this. Look at him. Woo. Oh my gosh. I am overwhelmed with happiness and joy that this scene is happening now this morning. Even though, like I said, it got off to a slow start. It's all happening right now and everything is forgiven. It's just, every time we go through this and something terrible happens, we're like, no wait, it's still great. It's still great. Disneyland is great. Tianas Bayou Adventure, this scene, it's as if, you know, it's just like it was before. And I absolutely love what's happening here today. I kind of thought the magic might hit us if we'd find Tiana on this boat right now, but she's probably busy making beignets at Tiana's Palace and hosting all of her friends on her ride through Tiana's Foods. It's happening. Okay. We gotta go. We're gonna keep working on getting that 4 o'clock virtual queue, hope for that, but we do have a 7:55 lightning lane. We got that to fall back on at least. But we're gonna go pick up the rest of our day. We'll catch up with you guys here in a little bit. By the way, they're doing gingerbread cookies here at Fowler's Inn. I don't know how we got here. Hopefully we're able to segue this because I don't know where we are on the show right now for the holiday show, but we found our way over here to the Harbor Galley, and look at this queue to get, this is just to get the gingerbread cookies. They've shifted from chocolate chip to gingerbread for the holiday season. And they're also, I think they're selling them with the popcorn bucket. You can get your cookies inside the popcorn bucket. Hi guys. Friendly guest there advised us that queue took about 20 minutes, which isn't bad. If it was only, I think with most of that is just people just getting their cookies and moving on, so it's not like a complicated process. So they can, it looks like it's gonna take a while. Hi guys. It looks like it's gonna take a while. Hi guys. But it actually, 20 minutes isn't bad to get some fresh, dude, they're fresh. Like you get a gingerbread cookie on Main Street, but it's, you know, it's been prepared like a while ago. This is, we had one this morning. Real nice. Well, it's actually 3:30 now as I'm back in Bayou Country. We were here last about 3 hours ago. That's when we last updated you. Since then, we have sort of begun the cross section of our 3 shows that we're doing today. We've been doing a little bit of Christmas stuff. Just watched the parade on Main Street. You'll see that in our other video. And I came back to Bayou Country. Wow. Just to check in on the scene, and it is even more wild than we found it 3 hours ago. They are calling groups 30 through 48. That is incredibly low. Not very many groups have they processed today. It went down again in those 3 hours. The ride stopped again, but then they got it back up within an hour or so. But look at the virtual queue now. How's it going, guys? What would be effectively the standby queue? That is, these guys are in for one right here. That's not going to go very quickly, I don't think. You can kind of see they're posted a little bit. Oh boy, and that is unfortunately the effective lightning lane. Lightning lane is in effect today. We got a little taste of that on our last Magic Key preview, where they were having casts were in the queue, and the lightning or the virtual queue looked like that for Magic Keys, but cast members were the lightning lane. They were just breezing by us. I think that was on our Tours Departing Daily channel where I posted that video. I'm not sure if it's out yet or not, but those folks are going to be in for it. We're going to go check in on the back of the queue and see how that looks to the eye, but this is intense. It's so bad. It's so bad right now that they've used this. I've been waiting to see how they use this expanded queue here. This is just extra. It's extra. The guests coming around, they go through the front and they come around the corner. Hey guys, sorry. Hey guys. And they send them right back down that way. They make a U-turn, and then they go down this way. They go around the tree, make a U-turn around the tree. Give me 1 sec. Okay. They make a U-turn around the tree, and then send them back up the stairs. You could see, well, is that lightning lane? Which one is which now? Because before, when we came through, oh, they've only got them on one side. Have they? That's very confusing. That is very confusing. They're not sending guests up the left side. All the guests are on the right side only. Where does Lightning Lane go? So there is still Lightning Lane. They're coming in right here on the right. Are they mixing him right here? Are they mixing him right there at the door? Yeah, there's no, I think they are. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so that's Lightning Lane. Oh, they sent them through single rider. Did you guys see that? Fascinating. I wonder why? Okay, that's really confusing. And now they're sending them to the right. Oh, that's all right. That wasn't a Lightning Lane that went to that side. That was just ADA. Okay, so they're sending them through the door. Oh, I had it wrong this whole time. They are sending to the left. There weren't any. Hi, guys. There weren't any Lightning Lanes there, so it just looked like they weren't using it. Hi, guys. But all this, everything that you see here, all this queue right here, all that over there, everything that you see here is virtual queue. And then you got a smattering of Lightning Lanes. Everybody's waving at me. I can't even process this. There's a smattering of Lightning Lanes coming around the corner and then going straight up. So this is definitely the way to be. This is probably, I can't imagine what the ratio is right now for Lightning Lane to virtual queue. Now, I know this seems like mayhem and it feels crazy. And maybe it is for a lot of guests, but for me, I kind of thrive on this situation. I really enjoy these moments, these days. I enjoy the excitement and the energy that goes on for these days like this. This is really pumping me up, but I have to say, I worry for the virtual queues. We're going to try to get one. We're still trying to get that 4 o'clock, which is going to happen. It's going to happen in about 10 or 15 minutes, I think. But I wonder, hi guys, I wonder if we're even if we get one, will we even get in? I don't know. It's supposed to close at 10 p.m. Look at this queue. Packed. And they're stuck. They're stuck. They're not moving. It's not moving like the other virtual queues did. It's basically standby. Virtual queue is standby. It's just they tell you when to come. That's all. But it is effectively standby. It's not a fast pass, Lightning or virtual queue. Wild. Now the good news is that it's not actually. We're going to check in on the rest of the park right now. By the way, I've been stacking and editing and modifying. But let's look. This is something I captured about 30 minutes ago. This is the current tip board right now, and it's pretty light. You see Autopia 5 minutes, Big Thunder 30, Buzz 20, Indiana Jones 35. It's like that across the board. I don't think I saw anything more than 45. Small World 40, we've been stacking that one. Matterhorn, Runaway Railway 35, Smuggler's Run. Everything across the board is super, super light. Now, that's the benefit of the parade. We recorded this while we were waiting for the parade. That pulls in a lot of guests out of the queues and onto Main Street. I'm going to check that again in a little bit. It doesn't pay to check now because as soon as that parade's over, they're going to get on the street for the next one for the 5:30. So we're probably going to see the same kind of tip board. But for those of you who are coming during the holidays, and even though it's madness out there in the streets, the streets are just crazy in a lot of different parts of this park, it's super easy to get into a ride right now. Super easy. Now, one thing I also mentioned is that I've been doing some queue maintenance, or some maintenance on our fast passes, our Lightning Lanes. So I moved out Small World all the way out to 6:30. I've been bumping that out all day. And let's see, yeah, I think I just did it there. We're at 6:30. And then I have another one for Matterhorn. I stacked Matterhorn also, but I think I bumped that one out too. Let's see. Matterhorn, yeah, we were at 340. Modify, let's go. And we made it 525. So we may not even get to that one, but I thought I would do that anyway because I don't want to ride any regular rides right now. All I want to do is anything that's remotely similar, useful to the holidays. So that's what we're working on that right now. That's kind of a combination for this conversation between, our Tiana stuff and our Christmas stuff, which means I've got to get back to Main Street. Gonna have to cut this one short. We're gonna come back to Tiana's in a little bit. I gotta get back to Main Street because it's about time for the tree lighting ceremony. Ever since they opened up the attraction, it's been like this all day here. Every time I've come through here, it's actually getting progressively more and more bonkers, which again, I find wonderful. I'm really enjoying this. On my way to Main Street, we passed that 4 p.m. mark, tried to get into the third and final virtual queue distribution for Tianas Bayou Adventure. It did kick off at 4. We got a backup group. We did manage to get a backup group. However, I know that there's at least like 100 groups out there. I've seen people show me, they're in group 100. They're only serving 40 right now at 4 o'clock. I don't think, they're not going to get through all of those 100, I don't think, in time, let alone the backup groups. So not feeling good about that. One thing that I observed, and this is something that we may have misquoted folks on social, etc., when people were asking about it, when they were doing Magic Key previews for Tiana's, you could have both Tiana's and Haunted Mansion. You cannot do that now. If you have a Haunted Mansion virtual queue, if you already got one, you cannot get one for Tiana's. You can only have one, and that's how it was back in the day when they had multiples, when it was Runaway Railway, and I don't know, has that been the case recently? I don't know. But we were trying to we had booked a Haunted Mansion. It hadn't occurred to me that this would be the case. We booked a Haunted Mansion earlier today, and I was going to try to show how you could have both. You cannot. It was like 3:59, 3:58, and we're like, we couldn't set up our group. I wish I was recording, but I was so urgent that I forgot to hit the record button on my screen. But yeah, so I had to take us out of our Haunted Mansion queue, which was coming up later. I took us out of our Haunted Mansion queue, and then I was able to confirm my party for Tiana's, and then I got the backup boarding group. So I guess, long story short, you gotta choose. You gotta choose if you want Tiana's or Haunted Mansion. Now, what you can do, though, is, well, what I did, I had it, and I kept it as like a standby. Oh, man, it's just, there's no way. There's just no way. You can't do both. You can't do both. What you can do, though, I can say this, you can have Lightning Lane and virtual queue. I do have one of each of those. I have a Lightning Lane still set for 7:55 tonight, and I've got my backup boarding group. Man, this is just, I hope you guys are getting something out of this. This has been quite a scene here. Opening day. We're just trying to work the kinks out, man. We're trying to work the kinks out on both the attraction, getting them 4 hours late, trying to get that working, and trying to figure out how to use Lightning Lane and the virtual queue all together on this still very, very magical first day of the Christmas season. I think, is that a new Christmas loop they're playing here in Frontierland?
Yeah.
I heard something like this earlier, and I'm like, I don't recognize that song as being a Frontierland song. Okay, so we have fast forwarded into our day. Last time we checked in, it was just before the parade, I believe. I can't remember. God, it's been hours. But it is, what time is it now?
7:38.
It is 7:38 in the evening. Hi, guys. And we're just about to be called for our Lightning Lane for Tianas Bayou Adventure. And I want to update you guys. Well, the last thing I talked about was on Main Street about our virtual queue experience at 4. That's right, it was about 4 o'clock was when we checked in last. Hi, guys. And I had made some observations about how virtual queue is working and some of the complications that were going on there. And I got a couple things wrong, so let's correct those on our way to Tianas Bayou Adventure right now. It's not as bad as it seemed. If you can't hold unused, you can't hold 2 virtual queues. But you can use Haunted Mansion, let's say if you missed at 7 a.m. for Tianas, and you grab Haunted Mansion instead. If you use that Haunted Mansion, it's like Lightning Lane. It's like not having, you can't, you know what I mean? Like there's a cooldown or whatever. You have to use the first virtual queue before you can use the next virtual queue. Anyway, so the reason why I couldn't get my 4 p.m., I had to ditch my Haunted Mansion before I could get into the 4 p.m. Distribution was because I hadn't yet used my Haunted Mansion, so I had to get rid of that. So that is still a thing. You can't hold 2 currently, but you can use one, get one, and then use it, and then get another one in a future distribution. Well, the ride's still going. The other thing that was not as bad as I thought it was, we got backup, they gave us a backup group 72. And I had said at that earlier point that I had heard that some guests had groups up to 100. We got called, our backup group 72 got called like 2 hours later. So I don't know if things just got remarkably better or if they figured something out or what, but we were over in Toontown, and out of nowhere, they called our group. It was completely unexpected. So I don't know if that's something you should expect. If things are, or there was just some sort of miracle that occurred here, because I kid you not, that standby queue or the virtual queue looked brutal as heck. So either they figured out all those lightning lanes and started processing virtual queues, or I don't know what, but that wound up being much better than I thought it was going to be. So that means that they're probably processing more virtual queues quicker than I thought they were. Yeah, look at that. So they're now up to 83 to 91 right now. They're calling 83 to 91. And yeah, no, we're not. Yeah, we got Lightning Lane.
Oh, we are 10 minutes early though. Is that okay? You think?
That's okay. Yeah, we can just wait a few minutes. And this queue does not look nearly as bad.
Oh, thanks, Craig.
Hi, how are you? It doesn't look nearly as bad as it did earlier. Now it's in the evening, and some folks have just they're not gonna want to get into this queue at this point. If they're not getting an afternoon, return time, they might just not show up, which is a thing. I could see a SoCal guest skipping that. You know what I'm saying? I could see a SoCal guest saying no to Tianas Bayou Adventure right now at 7:44, where the temperature is, as I look at it, oh my gosh, is that right? 54 degrees? The temperature says 54 degrees right now. So that's chilly. I'm in my 3rd layer.
I got a beanie on now.
Yeah, so that there is something to that. I think that might be helping. Now, what part that might play in future visits to the park? There is going to be a warm spell coming. Santa Ana's coming back, probably while they're still doing virtual queue. The question is, how long are they going to be doing virtual queue? I don't know. I'm hearing conflicting reports that it could be just a couple weeks, or it could be a while. I'm thinking about Midway, or Toy Story, not Midway, Mickey Minnie's Runaway Railway. It stayed on individual Lightning Lane for just a couple weeks, I think, but virtual queue was a little while, if I recall, like a month at least. I sure hope they don't. This is an attraction that should be standby. I feel like virtual queue kind of screws things up, especially, as I mentioned earlier, it's still a problem if the queue gets impacted, because Lightning Lane does exist. And by the way, it's regular Lightning Lane and not individual, not single-use Lightning Lane. That wasn't a problem. Virtual queue was less of a problem at Runaway Railway because they were doing individual Lightning Lane as paid. This is just regular Lightning Lane. So there's going to be orders of magnitude more guests using Lightning Lane here than they were at Runaway Railway, which was practically nil. We got a couple moments before we get called, so here I want to check in. It's the same. This is how I found it before. They've created this, oh my gosh. Standby is just going to get brutalized by Lightning Lane on a busy day, man. It's not even close. Wow. So it's just about, as we found it at about 3:30 when we were here before. impacted on both sides. So it's not as bad as it was, but it's still pretty bad. These guests, looking at the pace they're moving here and knowing how far they have to go and knowing what I went through on that day that I did something similar to this, they're looking at 45 minutes to an hour in virtual queue. Perhaps even more interesting, there is a queue still to get into Lewis's Critter Club. There's still a queue. Have you been in there?
No.
It's cute as heck.
It is, but for what you sent me to post.
Oh yeah, for
cute.
Insta, yeah, it's very, very cute. I kind of like this one better than Ray's Berets.
Oh really?
I think, yeah.
Oh, okay.
You saw Ray's today.
It was really cute. Here's the thing. I know things are changing, and I know it really sucks. But at least
Well, you're a Splash Mountain generation, by the way. Yeah.
But even still, they did a really good job blending both for us Gen Xers, millennials, for the new generation with the whole theming of Tianas.
Yeah.
And now kind of like Pooh Corner for us.
Yeah.
But then now we got,
Well, there certainly are. There's two halves to this land. They've done a very good job of sort of, this is the Tiana side, and that's the Pooh side.
It's called Bayou Country. It's Bayou Country. It's still Critter Country to us.
The music, you can still hear the Pooh music.
Yeah, which is great.
Yeah, I really appreciate that. I appreciate how far they went to in order to sort of maintain that old vibe. It still feels like Critter Country to me.
No, it has.
100%. Yeah.
It's a different name. It still feels like what we grew up with.
Matter of fact, I haven't even heard. Oh, look at that purple up there. Wow.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it's gorgeous.
I can't wait to get.
It's
you know what?
gorgeous.
We're gonna get called. Let's go.
All right, let's go.
Is that really 7:52?
Yeah, it is.
And we just get to cruise in. Hi guys. Okay, so bada bing. The green ring of joy. Another green ring of joy. There we go. Awesome. Thank you.
We got the cheap ones, the cheapest ones.
We talked about this in our... Hey, sorry. We talked about this in our before and after. The lightning lane goes around the backside of the kitchen. Well, this is like there's parked. These guys are parked.
It's like that meme or
I know.
where the Wayne's World thank you.
I feel like Wayne.
Yeah.
Wayne's World. Yeah, we kind of,
Flash did not have that.
No, not at all. That was just an empty space right there. Yeah.
It was like one lantern.
Yeah. Still going. Been doing this for about $1.50 so far. Yes. Wow. So no sooner did we get to the front of the lightning lane queue, which we got all the way to the front, took about 2 minutes, got all the way to the front, and then the cast member comes out, hey guys, guess what, we're going to stop loading here for a minute. He said, we're not going to boot you out of the queue yet, but we're going to stop loading, and it's like we've been waiting all day. It's not my problem.
They knew you were coming.
What? Yeah, that's why he said it was good news, bad news. Bad news, they stopped loading, but good news is nobody's getting kicked out yet. But I feel like it's a possibility.
That's closing.
Well, sure. Well, of course, it could be. And
Look at us.
that would be such a poetic end to this part of our story, having been here since 8 a.m. and tried
I'm hearing like
4 times. Oh, well, it's true. They turn if the ride breaks down, they turn up the audio. We're still getting audio. So and the lights are no, they didn't take the lights up.
A little bit,
I don't know.
Long-wise.
Yeah. They would turn Lewis off if the ride was down. If it was a full E-stop.
Unless we're trying to figure out that now.
Right.
To see that they are going to.
Yeah, or if they bring the house lights up. But this is the same light that we've had for a while. Stay tuned. And yes, we are back in action. It only took about 10 or 15 minutes. About ready to board. It is now I think it's 8:15. What time you got? Yeah, 8:14. All right. These are our new best friends that we met at the bag check today at the Toy Story parking lot.
They're from Washington and they're the sweetest people ever.
I know, yeah, you beat us.
Try to put your feet up.
Yeah, keep your feet up. Bye, guys. And that's our boat. My feet are already wet.
Come here, I got it. I'll take it.
Wow.
Hey, there y'all are. Louis is over ahead. Let's join him and find a band for our celebration. To the fire. Welcome, y'all.
Calling our musicians. Man, it's hard to find a band in the dark.
Is that a separate track for nights?
I don't think so.
Some musicians by now.
Don't you worry, Louis. We're gonna find just what we need in the bayou.
You don't have far to go. Tell the people not to do so.
Oh my God. Oh, I'm wet.
She found can play. Hallelujah.
Wow. It looks so good at night.
They can play, no doubt. We'll ask them to join the band for sure.
Listen to this. These cats can play.
Wow.
I'm asking all of them to play at the party. But we've got to keep searching high and low.
How long can I go?
Oh my God.
Here, it's on my shoe. It's on my shoe. Okay, I'll take it. I'll This is prettier at night too.
It really is.
I wonder if
Done
we
that. But you found the sound. That was crazy.
Yeah, that's still late. Why are we only getting hit in the face?
Okay, other than that, I'm okay. Ow, the water's clean, right?
Yes.
Oh my god. Vibe. Oh god, look at that dog.
Yeah, look at that. Wow. Oh. I love the critters.
Yeah, this what a band!
I don't know if you were present for this little dialogue I had earlier in the day today, talking about how, in spite of the fact that it didn't open for 4 hours and that the queues were bonkers, and it was really difficult to do just about anything, get a virtual queue, get a lightning lane. That the vibe and the energy and the groups, everyone was just happy. Everyone was happy to be here. It took us almost 12 hours to ride Tianas today, and I could not be more happy.
It's definitely, it became a ride to do at night.
Yeah, that's a good.
Yeah.
Well, I made a comment. I know I'm going to hear people say, like, I said, you could see better at night,
Yeah.
even though you're inside.
Yeah.
But your eyes dilate, and everything looks
Yeah,
clearer and
no,
more bright.
it's
and
prettier at night.
you get a lot more information
Inside
with the dilated eyes, and that's the reason why they did the whole thing. Anyway, Tianas Tunnel, I think. So, but even still, that's probably the best ride through I've had of Tianas
Ditto.
of my 4. And I really enjoyed it. I heard more. The music was more crisp. I heard more of the story, and I saw more of the scenes. Hey, all right. I was catching more of the critters look great to me. This is the first time I've really looked at the critters and enjoyed that. We got a little bit. I got smacked in the face a couple times in water. I think I heard
Right
you
in the
guys.
eyeball.
But I gotta tell you, man, this is just.
It's great.
It's
It
really,
is.
really great.
It's growing on me more and more.
Yeah, and
Splash Boys is a place in my heart, but
and she's a splash girl. She is a splash girl, so I'm happy to hear you say that. That's all I want. That's all I ever want is just people to be happy with their ride. You don't have to like it more or less than the other. Just be happy with
no,
it.
it's just it's back.
Yeah.
The ride's back.
Yeah.
So, but it is very, very pretty at night, inside and out. Like
Oh, great.
definitely, even though it's cold.
Yeah, it's 50 something.
It was worth it.
Yeah, we had a great time. We got to wrap the show up. This show, I want to do that we might try to ride the train to see if we can see
Yeah, let's
anything.
go do that, yeah.
And I want to check out Magnolia Park. And they're still calling them. There's still groups getting into the queue. Amazing. It is. Let's see. They stopped calling it. Like the virtual queue is blank. It's 8:45. There's no number given. I don't know, but that's it for us here. The Tianas Bayou Adventure virtual queue and lightning lane situation is really fascinating to me right now. And today is going to be a unique day, a unique iteration of the whole process. So I don't expect every day to be like this that is today, but I'm really going to be curious to see how this plays out in the next couple of weeks. I'll be here paying very close attention to all of that. You can count on that. So stay tuned to Fresh Bake. We'll be keeping you updated on the nuances of virtual queue, how things are going at the 3 different distributions each day. I'll be trying to track that as much as possible, and then stopping by to see how quickly things are processing with the virtual queues and seeing how long it lasts. I don't know how long it's going to be. I'm going to guess a month or so, probably ish, at least. I don't know, man. But still, it's so much fun. It's so much fun. Oh, you hear that? That's the sound of the Disneyland Railroad. How's that queue up there? Can we get on this train? Let's try to get on this one. Oh my God, that smells so good. Damn you, popcorn.
And please watch your kids.
Oh, that's good. It's not horrible.
There goes
There,
Bayou
you
Country.
hear an Indian shaman sharing his
goodnight.
stories with those in the Great River Valley below.
Well, it's 10:17 p.m. About 14 hours later, it's 51 degrees out. We're all freezing. My clothes are still a little bit wet
Yeah.
from our final plunge
Yeah.
on Tianas Bayou Adventure. And we're on Main Street, Disneyland, with the Christmas lights. We've had a heck of a day, guys. This show that you're watching is just half of the day we had. You know, it was Tiana's for for half the day, and Christmas the other half. We got another day of this tomorrow, although just DCA. But we've had a heck of a night. Tiana's, it went really poorly at first, but it actually they pulled it out in the end, man. They really did. I think because it looked like things were going pretty well there at the end of the night. So hopefully this is them just working the kinks out and getting things. They're still working on it. Walt Disney World, Magic Kingdom, they had a long stretch where they had a hard time making things work. So I'm not. It didn't go very well, but I'm not at all dissuaded by how this is going to go. Tiana's Bayou Adventure is going to be a huge hit. That's what I think. I think Tiana's going to be a huge hit. That's our show. I'm so tired. I'm not even going to do the outro. We're going to just say goodnight, you guys. I hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned. We're going to be covering a lot of Tiana's in the near future. But for now, let's get that Christmas tree behind us right there. Look at that beauty. Look at that. Right? Merry Christmas, everybody. Thanks for watching. Be safe out there. Be kind to one another. Respect.
Good night.